I don't see your hand, bro. Police in Quincy need your help in trying to find a killer on the loose in Quincy. I'm Michael Pilarchi with more on what happened and how you can help.
And what a Quincy mother wants to see change to an intersection that took the life of her son 3 years ago.
This is KHQA News at 6, working for you.
Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight for KHQA News at 6. Our top story, a shooting suspect is at large after an overnight shooting in Quincy.
Police responded to the 700 block of North 4th Street just before midnight. Let's send things over to the scene where KHQA's Michael Pilarchi is standing by live. Michael, walk us through what police say happened last night.
Ross Roger, this house is directly behind me, is where police responded around midnight after they received a call of shots fired. Now, earlier today, I spoke with Chief Deputy Doug Vandermaten, who says when officers arrived, they found a man inside who had gunshot wounds, who was pronounced dead on scene. Adams County Coroner Jim Keller identifies the man as 48-year-old Carlos Wires. Police are saying this is not an act of violence, and they are saying this investigation is underway. Vandermaten says crimes such as this one are essential in the early hours to find potential leads.
It's 24 hours. They're just working nonstop on these type of cases to make sure we're not missing anything and we get as many details as we can. The neighborhood will notice an increase in police presence. When you have a tragic event like this in neighborhoods, we definitely want to be in there and make sure they're safe.
Now, police saying if you have any information regarding this shooting, please contact the Quincy Police Department or Crime Stoppers. Reporting live in Quincy, I'm Michael Pilarchi, KHQA News.
Michael, thanks. And we're following some breaking news out of Chicago, where the city just released dashboard camera video of the shooting of a black teenager by a police officer. Officer Jason Van Dyke is charged with murder in the 2014 shooting death of 17-year-old Laquan McDonald. That makes him the first Chicago police officer charged with first-degree murder. The city's police union says McDonald was armed with a knife and high on PCP, and authorities say the teenager ignored police orders to drop his weapon and then lunged at officers, they said. Van Dyke's attorney says that's when Van Dyke opened fire.
The search is on for a new police chief as the former Fort Madison chief has stepped down from that position. Fort Madison City Manager David Varley says former Chief Bruce Niggemeyer resigned his position Friday. He will now be a captain within the department. Varley says Niggemeyer did not give a reason for stepping down. An interim chief will take over duties early next week. Varley and the Civil Service Commission will begin the process of hiring a new chief, but Varley says that could be delayed by the holidays.
And a Palmyra family is without a home tonight after fire broke out this morning. It started as a controlled trash burn, but authorities say it spread to a carport and eventually the house. Palmyra Fire Assistant Chief Rick Jones says the call came in just before 11 this morning for a structure fire near Highway U. The house is a total loss, but fortunately nobody was hurt. A family of 5 lives in the home as the Red Cross has been notified.
Crews are repairing sidewalks throughout Quincy following the destruction caused by straight-line winds this past summer. Crews could be seen working along State and Main Streets this week. Crew members say the repairs should be finished before the Christmas holiday. A mother who lost her son near 52nd and Broadway in Quincy after he was hit by a car wants to see the intersection made safer. Paul Cowgill lost his life near the intersection in April 2012. Now, 3 years later, his mother Anna wants to see better sidewalks, more defined lighting and signs, and a longer time given to cross the intersection. She also wants to see changes because no parent deserves to receive a phone call saying their child has died.
You know, we need to just stop. We need to just stop what's going on and make a plan and have a clear objective and a goal. And it needs to work out really well for the city and for our community because nobody deserves to get hurt or injured.
Watch KHQA News at 10 tonight to hear the steps Cowgill has taken to make the intersection safer for pedestrians.
Now, your exclusive 7 Storm Team forecast.
And pretty mild outside on this late November evening as we're seeing those southerly winds start to increase. It's all ahead of a big-time storm system moving into the central part of the country. We'll take a look at those current conditions outside right now. A few high clouds out there, but we have a few clear skies. Temperature is at 50 degrees still here in Quincy. That wind is picking up out of the east-southeast right now at 11 miles per hour. Temperatures a little cooler to the north, where we're seeing mid-40s, still holding on to the 50s, however, in the south Hannibal, the warm spot at 54 degrees. There is the satellite and radar. You can see a few high clouds streaming in from the west. We're going to continue to see those clouds increase through the night, and temperatures will drop to about 44 degrees by midnight here in Quincy. It'll be a mild evening for late November as those winds turn out of the south at about 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow, clouds will continue to increase. Temperatures will be on the warmer side up into the mid-50s, and that southerly breeze, you'll feel it outside. That'll cloud up, and a chance for some outside showers as well. It'll be in the form of rain with those warmer temperatures, and I'll tell you more about that big system coming in for Thanksgiving in my full forecast in just a few minutes. Ross, Raja?
Well, on the international front today, Belgian authorities issued an arrest warrant for a man connected to the deadly Paris attacks. Our terrorism alert desk in Washington has more.
I'm Allison Starling at the Terrorism Alert Desk in Washington. The search is now on for a man wanted for being an accomplice to the Paris attacks. This is Mohamed Abrini. He allegedly drove one of the bombers to the attack and then abandoned the car in a Paris neighborhood. Meanwhile, today, President Obama and French President Francois Hollande stood together at the White House in a show of solidarity.
This barbaric terrorist group, ISIL or Daesh, and its murderous ideology pose a serious threat to all of us. It cannot be tolerated, it must be destroyed, and we must do it together.
And we have also learned 2 suspects killed in one of the Paris raids were planning a suicide attack in the city's financial district. From the Terrorism Alert Desk in Washington, I'm Allison Starling.
Now, within the past 18 months, U.S. federal and local authorities have taken dozens of people into custody suspected of having ties to ISIS. According to the Daily Mail, some of the men and women who have been arrested entered the U.S. as refugees. Find out tonight on KHQA News at 10 how many extremists with ties to ISIS have been arrested in the U.S. in recent months.
And KHQA wants to know whether you think the government should be accountable if terrorists enter the country through refugee resettlement programs. Just visit KHQA.com and find this poll online right now to cast your vote.
While visiting Adams County today, U.S. Congressman Darren LaHood commented on the nation's conflict over Syrian refugees.
There is no negotiating with ISIS. It's either they win or we win from our perspective, and so putting a pause on our immigration policy, I think, will help protect the homeland. We have to be assured that we're not letting in anybody that wants to harm America. And ISIS clearly has an agenda. They want to infiltrate America. And as the FBI director said, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when this happens. And
now, 3 family members and a school teacher butchered with an axe. We're looking ahead to KHQA News at 10. The 1912 Adams County murder case is alive and well today, cited in 80 court cases. Tonight's cold case takes you to Payson more than 100 years ago.
Ray is the reason you can't kill your parents and inherit the farm.
Look at the mass murder outside of Payson, why no one was ever convicted, and why the 100-year-old case is anything but outdated in today's courtroom. Still to come, Adams County continues to grow its workforce by introducing 8th graders to job seekers. That story and more next on KHQA News at 6.
Now, your exclusive 7 Storm Team forecast.
And welcome back, everybody. Your Sleep Tight weather view takes us out to the west coast. This is Northern California and the Bay Area there, and they're experiencing a little bit of rain. This is pretty typical winter weather for those folks as they see the rain on their morning commute. And we're looking at some of that rain heading our way. That same system affecting the Bay Area is going to be moving into the central part of the country here over the next 24 to 48 hours. And pretty warm out ahead of that big system as we look at the almanac. Got up to 58 degrees in Quincy. That is 11 degrees above our average. Our low, a few degrees above our average. Didn't dip down to freezing for the first time in a little while, only to 34 degrees. Although the first time I've seen negative record there, -1 degree on this day in 1950. Quick look at the allergy index, just low concentrations of mold spore right now and low concentrations of tree pollen. We take a look at the Macomb Skycam right now, temperature at 44 degrees, pretty mild for late November, and the wind out of the southeast right now at 11 miles per hour. We're going to watch that wind eventually turn out of the south here and really start to get a little gusty out there. Temperatures are cooler up to the north. You can see Macomb, Fort Madison, and Keokuk all in the mid-40s, while temperatures still in the 50s to the south. Hannibal at 54 degrees, and we've been seeing that over the past few days or so. Temperatures have been consistently about 10 degrees cooler up to the north. The reason? Well, remember that snow we had last weekend? They got some really heavy snows off towards the Quad Cities. This is a visible satellite loop from earlier today. And that snowpack really modifies the air, much cooler temperatures up that way, and some of that cooler air is filtering just into our northern counties. That's why you're seeing those temperatures a little bit lower for our northern viewers. Now we look at the satellite and radar right now. You can't see the snowpack because this is specially designed to see the clouds at night. And you can see the high clouds kind of streaming in from the west. We're going to continue to see those clouds move in from the west as that much advertised upper level system makes its way in. Now let's put that forecast in motion here. Here's the jet stream, winds 20,000 feet above us. You can see a big time dip in the jet stream here, some very fast winds aloft, big area of low pressure at the upper levels. And that's why the Bay Area there was getting the rain as you saw in our weather video. What's going to happen is that big system is going to move into the central part of the country. At the surface, low pressure develops. That increases our southerly winds out ahead of that low pressure at the surface as the winds flow counterclockwise around it. That's going to increase the clouds, and that's going to give us a chance for some showers possibly. Just an outside chance for showers, I think, by tomorrow afternoon. However, the big rains start to come as this surface low moves into our area by Thursday afternoon, Thanksgiving. We could see some big-time heavy rains along a cold front that'll start to move into our area. I think right now the heaviest rains could be in by Thanksgiving evening. So we look at that Thanksgiving forecast. Going to be on the wet side, although pretty mild. Our turkey's going to be a little happy about that. The mild conditions anyway. Temperatures getting up into 60 degrees with lots of rain showers. Could see some heavy rains in parts, but once that cold front comes through, temperatures are going to fall behind it, only getting up into the lower 40s both Saturday and Sunday. Again, a chance of precip, but I think it's going to be warm enough that it's going to be all rain for this weekend. Lows tonight, upper 30s to the east, maybe some mid 40s to the west for highs, and those high temperatures tomorrow, talking about pretty mild stuff. Highs in the low to mid 50s here for everybody's neighborhood. And we look at the 7-day forecast. Again, mild conditions coming in ahead of that storm system, especially for Thanksgiving. Temperatures will be up into the 60s possibly. Again, that does come with that heavy rain, as we could see some moderate to heavy rain showers. Maybe some of the tri-states picking up a couple, maybe 3 inches of rain as that system does move in. The cold front comes through. Temperatures will be falling throughout the day on Friday. And we'll see a little of the chilly stuff. Again, I think it's going to be warm enough that it should remain all in liquid form, but not the nicest of forecasts, unfortunately. But maybe we can at least enjoy the warm weather. Turkey seems to be happy about that.
And hopefully everyone will have safe travels tomorrow.
Yeah, drive safely out there for sure.
All right.
Thanks, Dave. Chris Dewar in with your sports after this.
From across the tri-states, this is KHQA Sports.
It is both the earliest start and the loudest crowd of the year, which means it was indeed elementary day at Western Hall for the Western Illinois women's basketball team hosting SEMO, and more than 1,000 enthusiastic young students getting out of school for the day to scream. Ashton Luttrell, the former Highland star, back in town. She had 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and 1 free throw in the game today and 1 drawn charge. Early on, Western looked good in this one. Michelle Farrow got things started inside and out with 4, actually check that, 5 of her 8 points on the day. Then it's Sophie Reichelt doing her thing. Nice take right here on the inside, and then more from Sophie as the fans cheering her as Western would lead by 3 early on this one with the early easy take right there by Taylor Hickenbotham, who ended up having a monster day today, her first career double-double for the fantastic young freshman. Later, Taylor McClintock going to do her thing as well. She's going to take the bump very strong right here, but finish strong as well. She had 15 on the day. How about some Sierra Marlowe from outside, starting the 3-point barrage as Western in the first half would rally from a 10-point deficit. Michelle Maher with 29 points. Western would actually take the lead late in the first half, but couldn't get things done in the second half as the Leathernecks end up losing today. Final count in this one, 89-84 in favor of SEMO. Well, a top 80 finish at state provided the punctuation to a wonderful running career at Rushville for Dalton Moore. But the Rockets cross-country stalwart isn't done. He signed today with the University of Dubuque to extend his career in a new direction, though his motivation will remain exactly the same.
Mom. She's been training me since I was in 6th grade. The coach and the college was pretty welcoming. The academics, I'm probably going to study sports management or sports medicine. Haven't really decided yet. Just listen to my coach and train all year long.
And Hannibal LaGrange Cross Country, I should say, loaded up its coffers for the future by fishing its own backyard to get Hannibal High School stalwarts Sean Jones and Brian Morrell.
It feels like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders. It's amazing knowing that I'm finally a college athlete and I have a team that's here to support me and here that's ready to take me in under their wing and help me become a better athlete, a better learner, and obviously being here at HLG, getting closer to my faith, it'll be fun.
It's been really exciting. It's a big honor to be able to run with this school, and I'm happy to be a part of such a great team. My parents went here and that's how they met, and through that I've heard about this place from them for a long time, so I was always excited to kind of come and visit and see what it was like. And I came here, met a lot of friends. I'm a senior now and I've had friends here as college students since my freshman year, and just always been really excited to be a part of it.
Our congratulations to all. More basketball than you can shake a stick at coming up tonight on the return of Tuesday's Sports Final. We'll see you then.
Now, if you're taking votes, I have heard a lot of positive feedback on today. So, you know, anything you can do, pull some strings, anything like that? I guess that's a no.
I mean, I could try. But,
lots of pressure, right?
I'm just Mother Nature's messenger, right?
Right.
But yes, no, it was a nice day today, but we're going to see those southerly winds increase. That's going to increase the clouds. That's going to increase the rain chances. And unfortunately, even for the people who like snow, I don't think we're going to see that. I think it's going to be all in the form of liquid rain here coming up the next few days. Could be some heavy amounts for Thanksgiving, so stay dry.
All right, be sure to join us tonight for KHQA News at 10. Thanks for watching.